Alright guys, what's up? Week 5 NFL primetime picks. Let's go Buffalo at Cleveland. Buffalo is 2-2, tied with the Jets, third place in the AFC. This game would be a big win. The Cleveland Browns are 2-2 as well. They're looking to claim the division title for right now, being tied with Baltimore and Cincinnati. Cleveland right now is doing pretty well. They have a 2-game winning streak. They've beaten Cincinnati and the Vikings. Brian Hoyer is 2-0 since taking over Brand Whedon's job. The running game isn't great, but they have a good passing game with Josh Gordon, Greg Little, Jordan Cameron. For Buffalo, they got a good running game. They got C.J. Spiller back this week. Fred Jackson's questionable, though, but they also have Robert Woods and Stevie Johnson, two very good wide receivers. The defense for both teams is very well, so I'm going to go with the running game is going to make the difference this week. So I'm going to take Buffalo beating Cleveland 24-21. Move on to the Bay Area. Houston at San Francisco. Houston last week blew a big lead. I don't like Matt Schaub. The defense gave up a lot of big plays in the fourth quarter to let the Seahawks win in overtime. On the other hand, San Francisco just came off a big win against the St. Louis Rams, a divisional game, one that they really needed. Their defense was playing very well, only allowed 11 points. Their offense was moving the ball, running the ball. Colin Kaepernick had a very controlled game of just 2 touchdowns, 15-23, not a lot of yards throwing. That's the type of game I'd imagine he would have to have because Houston can still put up points. But I think with the crowd noise, with everything that's going on, this Niners defense is going to hold Houston in check. And I see the offense of the Niners continuing with the ground game and taking shots when they have it. The Niners, I expect to win in Candlestick 28-17. Alright guys, let's go to the East Bay with an extra primetime game due to the A's in the playoffs. We got San Diego at Oakland. San Diego's offense is doing very well. Phillip Rivers would be an MVP candidate had it not been for Peyton Manning tearing up everyone. The offensive line is still suspect. They don't have a lot of great receivers. The Raiders' defense has given up the least amount of points to any teams they've faced this year. So look for that to be a great matchup. And then you got on the other side of the ball a Chargers defense that is very suspect to a lot of points. And then you got a Raiders offense which should have Terrell Pryor back this week, but missing Marcel Reese and Darren McFadden. But Terrell Pryor should make enough plays. Rashard Jennings looked very well last week, running the ball and catching the ball out of the backfield. Look for Oakland's offense to do a lot more trick plays with Jacoby Ford to get a lot more of the running, like an end around. And look for the Raiders to get this primetime win, 27-19. Terrell Pryor is going to have a huge game. But not least, let's not forget our Monday night game, New York Jets at Atlanta. Atlanta's been a mess. They're 1-3. They lost in a goal-to-go situation to tie the game against the Patriots last week, and 2 weeks before that, the Dolphins had a goal to go, and they got a touchdown, which secured them the win. Atlanta's offense is banged up. The receiving core is banged up. The defense isn't holding up to being able to stop anyone. On the other hand, the Jets' offense isn't that great. Geno Smith turns the ball over. They're going to be without Santonio Holmes. Chris Ivory's already out. The defense, on the other hand, is still playing very well. They've stopped Tom Brady to only 13 points. They've stopped a lot of teams. They're 2-2. Expects a competitive game. Atlanta should be primed to win, but I'm going to take the upset. I'm going to take the Jets, Jets, and they're going to win in Atlanta 30-28.